find out, here is Gary Anderson.
They asked me 5-6 years ago, I went, no, going to Australia to play darts, you know, it's, no, it's just got absolutely massive. And you keep saying how big can it get, I don't know. It's just, it's madness how big it's got. There's a lot of good Australian dart players, New Zealand dart players, and that's when it gets a bit nervy. You know, when we're playing 1 hour lot, we know what we've got to do. When you come up against an unknown, that's when it's a bit harder because you don't know what you're up against, so that's when panic stations hit. You've got to play well for the word go. Once the darts is started, that's our job, you know. I don't want to lose to him and he doesn't want to lose to me. We'll be gunning for blood, you know. None of us want to lose and we all want to win.
So it is the world champion, the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson, up against the Slaughterman from Invercargill, Warren Parry.
Hello and welcome back to beautiful Sydney, Australia! The Coral Sydney Darts Masters, all part of the PDC's World Series of Darts. And a very special welcome to the millions of viewers joining us around the world. Welcome to Australia! Let's meet the players then. 3 times New Zealand Open champion, it's Warren Parry! And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Scotland, the reigning champion of the world, the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson!
He came from 5-1 down to beat Michael Van Gerwen, so he's a fighter. He's going to need all of that. Here's our commentators, Rod Harrington and Stuart Pike.
Thanks, Tony. Another big night on the Sydney stage for Warren Parry. Surely can't get any better than last year, can it? Well, it could if it could beat the world champion. Here he is, Gary Anderson, making his World Series debut this year. Reached the semi-finals in Dubai, in Japan and in Perth, lost them all to Phil Taylor. Can he go a couple of steps better and win here in Sydney? Capable on his day
First leg, Warren to throw first.
of producing magical performances, but fond memory of the Sydney stage for Warren Parry with that victory over Michael Van Gerwen here 12 months ago.
60.
It's ironic, Stuart, that every qualifier has won the bullseye. And yes, the performance that he put in last year to beat Michael was exceptional to come back from 5-1. I think Michael not taking anything away from Michael just took his foot off the pedal and thought he was going to coast home. And all of a sudden, Quasar got back at him, and then the pressure was on Michael, and the bullseye finish, I think he'll remember for the rest of his life. I think you could honestly say, outside of Whitlock and perhaps Nicholson, that this man has got the most experience out of the qualifiers.
Here's an example of that.
140.
You'd have played Warren Parry back in the day, wouldn't you? Back in the
Dark ages.
100.
Yeah, he's a good player. Did well, Parry, you know. Finally got here at the third attempt. Lost the final of Monday's qualifier to Kobe Harris, who we saw earlier against Raymond van Barneveld. Reached the semi-final of the second qualifier. Lost to John Webber. And finally got here
60.
with a win over Webber in the final qualifier. 6-4 edge through.
Not the greatest of starts from Gary Anderson.
57.
He's not found that treble 20 with any consistency at the moment, so Parry's going to come back at least a dart at the bullseye. Maybe 2 darts at double 12. Well, it's going to be a dart at the bullseye. He's got to go the bullseye route. Oh, it's double 11 now. Yep, double 11. Was that?
73.
Far away.
Gary Reguan 100.
Well, Mellicut topped some tops here. He did.
80.
Not happy, is he?
Reguan
Gary
11.
Anderson with his performance in this first leg. Double 4 for the Kiwi to win the opening leg. That's a great guide for him.
3.
And his chances.
Yes, Stuart, and we say it so often, you cannot let the professionals off. They punish him. Number 2 darts at a double miss for a qualifier, and what an important leg. I mean, was his throw first, needs to hold on to his throw. You mustn't let people like Gary Anderson get in his stride. You've got to keep them on the back foot, because if they do get on their stride, they pound this treble 20, and then they're very hard to hang on to. Well, there's the Ashes, the English Ashes team come for a little bit of a celebration.
Well, make no mistake, Anderson means business. He wants to win a World Series event. He's the world champ, why wouldn't he? But he's also enjoying every minute of the experience of the World Series. Brilliant, levelling down, first maximum. So much so, you know, he loved Perth that much that Anderson and his partner Rachel actually looking at property in Western Australia.
45.
Loved it out in Perth. Looking at some houses. He can afford it.
What about the spiders, snakes and sharks?
130.
Yes, this is an incredible leg from Gary Anderson. 51 points left after 9 darts.
140. Gary Reguan 51.
How about that? 12 darter. Slow start. That was excellent.
41.
Perfect.
140.
Really disappointed with that, because the first start was absolutely perfect for another maximum, but well, it may have been a slow start, but he's picked the pace up.
140.
Parry here, gotta match him, otherwise this could be over very quickly.
Well, talk about getting to his pace, and then he goes up and hits 26. A score you don't see Gary Anderson hit very often, so a chance here for Parry to steal a nice lead. Oh, that looks ominous for a maximum.
100.
Well, when Gary Anderson gets that first start like that, we just expect it, don't we? Minimum 140.
Absolutely we do.
85.
Well, he lost to Taylor in the semi-finals in Perth. He had chances. He was 5-4 up and lost. He hit 8 of those against Taylor and lost. That's his second here. Oh yes, Chance here, treble 15. How about that? Two fantastic darts from Parry. Tops!
95. Gary, you require 55.
Well, this would be a typical Anderson leg if he hits the double 10, which he has done. At 1 minute, it looked like Parry would get a handful of darts at a double.
Gary to throw first.
Maximum set the shot up, and the pressure again on Warren Parry's. Another dart missed at a double for a qualifier.
Well, do you know, as Anderson looks at another one, unlucky little kiss off the barrel, but it's a word that we have used on this opening night already, but it certainly applies here. It's ruthless, this, from Anderson. Made the slow start. Parry made the error. 3 of them missed doubles in the opening leg, and it's been comfortable since, hasn't it?
60.
Well, we used the phrase, you know, great darts at crucial times and legs. Certainly James Wade did it in the previous match when he won. But Gary Anderson there, typical.
60.
You know, 2-3-5. You're thinking, you know, you was a Parry, you're thinking, well, I'll settle for a ton, even a 140 to do me, and then all of a sudden he bangs in a maximum exactly as he's done again, and sets it up, and the pressure piles on Warren Parry.
41.
Tell you what, he's great to watch, isn't he? Great to watch, Gary Anderson.
Well, it's like Lewis when Lewis is on fire. I mean, they've got this
89.
effortless throw that you think that they just make the game too easy. And for all the players out there who have to work hard and concentrate on every dart, you see these guys go up there and just, well, I say they just flick them in, and literally that's all they do.
Well, that's difficult. That really is difficult.
No score.
He'll return. A bit like James Wade, you don't often see Anderson leaving double 16 or double 8. He's normally a tops or double 12.
60.
Of course, the
Gary
double 12 that
32.
won in the World Championship.
He was charged in a full flag.
Fourth dart at double 16.
Black Warren to
Makes it
throw
4-0.
first.
It's a stroll in Sydney for the Scots.
Know about Anderson. I know about Warren Parry beating Michael last year, so he's got to keep focused.
140.
Certainly at the moment, a good strong performance, moving up to that 100 average. He's started off at under the 90s, and now under the 97. 4 out of 10 on the
60.
doubles, and 3 180s. So at the moment, a tied performance from the world champion.
$60.
Desperate to avoid a whitewash, that's for sure.
100.
The common denominator is Parry here, good darts,
140.
is that the qualifiers just haven't really come anywhere near to matching the top stars in the scoring stakes.
140.
Well, that's typical Anderson, Stuart. You know, all of a sudden you're thinking Warren Parry may get 6 darts from this 101. All of a sudden Anderson fires in a big score, and that extra little bit of pressure he's put on Warren is the reason why he's missing.
Went for the 25, unlucky, frustrated, 3 for double 4.
57.
One dart miss.
40.
Chance for Parry to win his first leg. Double 10.
20.
0 out of 7 on the doubles. 5-0 Anderson. It's a breeze. 1 away from victory.
Gary to throw first. Game.
3 more misses from Warren Parry.
121.
Oh, great first dart, great second dart. Not so good the third dart, but he's okay. Been dominant, hasn't he?
45.
Let's go, Gary! Let's go, Gary! Let's go!
Yeah, typical Anderson performance. Took a little while to get into his stride. Parry could have won the first leg, but Anderson from there on is up to a 99 average, 4 180s, 5 140s. You know, solid enough.
81.
You feel a little bit for Parry because he worked so hard to get here, to qualify for this Sydney Darts Masters, and well, he's had the odd chance.
123.
He's missed important doubles, no more so than the 3 that he missed in the opening leg, but since then it's been brilliant from Anderson.
60.
So
Gary
this to win it
77.
with an average of 100. Tops he needs.
37.
He'll be frustrated, you know. The first dart meant he only had, well, he had to recover and did well to get a dart at tops, but delaying the inevitable,
60.
methinks.
Gary Rigmore 40.
The winner is Gary Anderson.
And the match.
Well, a little shake of the head, far from happy with his finishing, but still far too good. And Gary Anderson races through to the quarterfinals here in Sydney. World champion, running hot. Next, here on the stage, on the opening night of the Sydney Darts Masters, it's the world number 4, Peter Wright.
Back at the Coral Sydney Darts Masters, that was all over faster than Australia's first innings at Trent Bridge. The world champion, Gary Anderson, a whitewash over New Zealand's Warren Parry. Parry couldn't relive the magic from last year when he came back from 5-1, 6-love. Gary Anderson, Rod, as you can see, a little bit shaky in the first leg, and gee, then he went away, didn't he?
Yes, once he got over the first leg, he really got into his rhythm. 4 180s, 5 140s, just under a 96 average, and that was pushing 100 there near the end. 38% on doubles. That's actually a typical Gary Anderson first round.
All right, well, let's hear from the great man himself. The world champion is with Paul Gow.
Now, you weren't overly excited about your performance last week. You said you got a little bit lucky at times. There was no luck involved with that tonight.
Yeah, there was. I mean, Warren had there was a few legs there. He had darts at double, you know, and he never got close. But you know, it's not nice to win any game 6-0. I mean, Warren's been on the go for a long, long time, and he's a classy player, and it eats at you. It's done it to me before. You know, you go on that stage wanting to play well, and it doesn't happen.
Now, have you found something this week that that looked clinical there tonight?
Yeah, I hope so. I've not thrown a dart since last week. You know, that's 3 tours. I've lost the fill 3 times. It's starting to get on my nerves a bit, you know. But can I do it the first time? I don't know. But I'm enjoying it. You know, it's kind of a holiday working experience, you know. But the holiday's winning.
Now, talking about a holiday, you're going to see Home and Away tomorrow. You're taking your wife and your boy down to Avalon to see Alf and all the crew.
She's going. I'm just going along to make sure they're all right. You know, I'm just being the chaperone for the day, yes. But that's where I'll wait till tomorrow, yeah. Out in the boat playing, yeah, it'll be good, yeah.
Well, mate, well done, thank you.
Thanks for mentioning Home and Away. You've killed me.
I don't believe him. I think it's his idea. He's going to Home and Away. Let's have a look at that, where that leaves us now, Rod. As you can see, with 4 matches now finished.